And so it is that tonight the work of a nation goes on. The digging, the grieving, the healing, and all the other things that go with it. After 7 days, shock has given way to grief, and grief to resolve. The country is struggling to pick up the pieces of a shattered September morning. Last night, we got a glimpse of what that means.
It's terribly sad here in New York City. We've lost 5,000 fellow New Yorkers, and you can feel it. You can feel it, you can see it. It's terribly sad.
On The Late Show, David Letterman didn't deliver a monologue. Instead, he delivered a message.
Thank you very much.
The show would go on, and he explained why.
But I'll tell you the reason that I am doing a show and the reason I am back to work is because of Mayor Giuliani. Very early on, after the attack, and how strange does it sound to invoke that phrase, after the attack, Mayor Giuliani encouraged us, and here lately implored us to go back to our lives, go on living, continue trying to make New York City the place that it should be.
New York's mayor himself set the tone this weekend. Rudolph Giuliani kept a long-held promise to attend a wedding and gave away the bride.
The way you get through tragedy and the way you get through difficulties is taking advantage of the good things in life. And this is one of the good things, a wedding.
Life goes on, he seemed to say, even amid so much sorrow.
You have to recognize the grief, the loss, and the devastating effect of it. You have to let it happen. And then you have to let that feeling, that awful feeling of loss and fear and anger, and transform itself into doing our jobs even better.
We wept. We embraced each other. We honored those lost at the World Trade Center and at the Pentagon with song and with silence.
America, sweet America.
This morning at 8:48, the moment of the first strike, radio stations around the country played Ray Charles' America the Beautiful.
Yes, it did.
And so life goes on in Washington and in New York and in 1,000 places around the country where last Tuesday the world stopped, but life didn't. Last night, by simply returning to his program, David Letterman said something about our resilience, about our pride. He spoke about the city that symbolizes America to the world, a place that has been bruised but won't be beaten.
If you didn't believe it before, and it's easy to understand how you might have been skeptical on this point. If you didn't believe it before, you can absolutely believe it now. New York City is the greatest city in the world.
With America Rising, we remind you that CBS will break in anytime news breaks out. Stay with this CBS News station for continuing coverage. Dan Rather reporting for 48 hours. Good night.
Experience you can trust. CBS News.